Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and I'm doing a tutorial today on how to make a little brag book. The brag book itself is big enough to hold 6x4 photos, so it's just a tiny little bit bigger than that. And this is the set of SVG files that I am using to make the brag book. SVG files are scalable vector graphic files for electronic cutting machines. So if you have an electronic cutting machine that can upload SVG files, then you could do this project using this set of SVG files. You do need to know how to change the lines on the insides here from cut lines to score lines, because there are a lot of score lines in this project. I have done videos before on how to do that. I haven't done one for this project, but the principle is the same for all of the projects, so I'll try and remember to link one of the videos that I've done before on how to do that to this video. And I use a Cricut, so it's in Cricut Design Space, but as long as you know how to do that in whatever electronic cutting machine you're using, you'll be fine. So today I'm going to make the cover and put in the pages, and then in the next video we will put some pockets and things in. So I'll show you which things I have cut out and I'm using as I put it together, but I'll also put a list in the description box down below so that you don't have to write it down or remember it. The pieces in blue I've cut out of 180 GSM cardstock, and the pieces in pink I'm cutting out of, well, it's sort of design paper. I downloaded it from Etsy, and I'll put the link in the description box. I've got a few here that I'm using. I think they're from Lenart Studios, and they're these beautiful roses, and I bought the portrait and the landscape version, and I've just cut them down into smaller sheets because I've been cutting out the mats using my little Joy. So I've just been cutting out my mats out of this paper using my little Joy mat here, just because it's nice and easy, because they're tiny weeny little pieces. I'm also using some of this coffee stain paper, and that's pretty much it. So let's go. So to make the cover, I've cut out 2 of these spines. So those lines down there are all score lines that you need to attach to the piece. And I've cut out 2 of the spine pieces, and that's these 2 here, and I've cut them out of craft cardstock, and I have distressed the score lines with my Gathered Twigs distress ink. And on one of them I've sewn around the edges on my sewing machine as well, and I like to put that on the outside. That's totally optional, but that's what I like to do, and I've just done it on one. So I've got 2 spine pieces, and then the cover here, I've already done one of the covers, but what I've cut out, the blue piece underneath, I've cut out of, this is actually just the back of a scrapbook paper, and I've just scrapbook paper pad, and I've just cut that out, and we're going to cover it up. So that's that one, the blue one, and then the pink piece on top, normally I cut that out of the design paper, but today I've decided to cut it out of that craft cardstock as well. So that's that one, and I've inked up around the edges. And then we need a piece of paper to cover that, so I've decided on this piece here. And we need to do that twice, and I've just saved us a bit of time, and I've already done the back. So this is my back piece of my cover. Okay, and then let's start with, I tell you what, I've also cut out one of each of the base pages. So I've got base page 1. So base page 1 is this one here, and it's got lots and lots of lines in the middle. And then I've cut out one of base page 2, and that's got 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in the middle. And then I've cut out base page 3, which has just got those 2 score lines in the middle. So I've got each one of those. Okay, so I think I can put that away for a second, and we can start. So the first thing I'm going to do is cover my little cover wrap my cover. Maybe we should say that. So this is my back one. And I was going to use a different one for the front. Decided that I'm just going to go with this because then I can do a little decoration on the front. So I didn't want to use anything too... well, I just wanted to use something kind of plain. So I do like that pink bit there, so I might line that up here, and we're just going to wrap it like you'd wrap a book, you know. So I'm going to find a pencil, and I'm just going to mark a little bit here and here, and then I'm just going to trim that off so I don't have too much to wrap around. I feel like I'm out of breath. Okay, so that's that bit there and there. I'll put that one to the side. And then we're just going to attach this down. Now, can you see through there? No. So I'm just going to put some glue on this little guy here. So this is just an acetate glue. I hope it'll be alright. Sometimes acetate glue can bleed through my paper, particularly as I've actually only printed this on regular copy paper. Didn't even use anything a little bit thicker. Usually I would use something a bit thicker, but I decided not to this time. So then I need some scissors. I'm just going to trim these little corner pieces off. So I was really looking at doing a project that wasn't too big, because I just recently finished making the purse mini album, and there was nothing mini about it. That was a big album. I think we should just call it an album and not a mini. So after I've done a really big project like that, and I made that one twice back to back, because I made one first, my prototype, and then I did it all again to make the videos. So after I've done that, a big project like that, I just like to do a few small things. So this one's pretty small, and you know, you can make it as fancy as you want. You can put as many little flips and flaps and pockets and things in as you like, or you could just make it really simple. I have cut out a lot of pieces to go in here because I wanted to show you, you know, just some ideas of how to put it together. But you could definitely make it more simply than this. You know, you could make every page the same if you wanted to. So I like this idea of having a brag book that you would put in your purse and show people photos. So these days we just pull out our phones and show people our photos, and I think it sort of loses something a little bit when you do that. So I thought it would be nice to go back to that old-fashioned brag book idea. Okay, so then on this side I'm going to put this piece of cardstock. Okay, sorry, just had to have a little cough there. Been perfectly fine all day, no coughing or spluttering. And then the moment you start a video, suddenly you feel like you're out of breath and you're coughing and spluttering everywhere. Okay. So I'm just going to pop this on here. Try and line it up. See how I feel about that. Looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to ink around the edges of that one a little bit. Just ink around here a little bit. And along here, and along here, flip flip it over, and I'll just do the same on this side a little bit. And then those are our cover pieces ready to go. So let's just leave those over here, and then we'll bring out our 3 base pages. So we've got base page 1, base page 2 and base page 3. And we're just going to attach those all together. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue, and actually before I do that, I'm going to round my corners, I think. Now I had my corner rounder punch somewhere. Here it is. I'm just going to round the corners. They tend to wear a little bit better, I think. But I left them like this so you could decide what you wanted to do, because maybe you would want to use a different corner punch. Completely up to you, or none at all. Just going to go around each of those corners. Like so. And I need to ink those up again, but I'll do that later. So this one here, base page 1 with lots of score lines, is what we're going to have on the bottom, and then we're going to attach base page 2 onto here, and what you'll see is that it will line up with those middle sections there like that. So then when you flip it over, you'd have one section on each side, one of the score line sections on each side, like this, like that. Okay, so we need to put glue on this whole section here. So let's just go ahead and do that. I've inked up both sides because I wasn't thinking. Because I was just, you know, watching TV and inking. Okay, and then we need to try and line this up. So I'm going to try and line this section up here with that score line there. See how we go. And then this one should be lined up along here, like that. It's pretty good. Not perfect. This one's dirty. I don't want to use that one because it's got blue paint on it. Oh, I might have to because I can't find anything else. Just going to make sure that that's well attached. Flip that one over. Give that a score. Give it a press with my bone folder. Okay, so that's base pages 1 and 2 attached, and then we're going to do the same with this one. This one's only got the one little panel there, and that one's going to go down the middle of this one here. So it might actually be easier to put glue down the center here. And then I'm going to line this one up along this score line like that. Press it down like so. Give that a little wipe. Give that a little press. Flip it over. Make sure it's the same on the other side, which it should be. And it is. And that is our pages all stacked up together. So pretty simple, as you can see. So then we're going to attach all of this section here to one of these. Now this is going to be the inside of our book, so we are going to have it with this distressed side. We're going to attach it to that distressed side, and it is going to line up. Let's have a look here. It's going to line up again with the same just one little panel on each side showing. Okay, so I'll put the glue on this side. So I'm just going to run a little strip of glue along each side like so. Make sure I've got some at the bottom. Okay, now the bit where we're trying to line it up. So I'm trying to line up this score line here, never easy, along this one here, and it's not exactly the same height. This is just a little squidge higher than this one, so you're going to try and center it at the same time as laying it down on there, like so. About like that. And if we have a look at the other side, well, we can't see it yet. So we should be lined up along here. Like that. And if I flip over, to the back, then this should be pretty much lined up along there, and it is, like so. So then I'm just going to go back through each section and really give that a good press, like that, and like this, and then like this. A little bit of glue oozing out the edges, so I'm just going to clean that up. Press, and that one, and then just make sure that that's nicely attached along there. There we go. So there's all our pages, done pretty well. Okay, so then we're going to attach this section here. Let's open this out flat. In between the last score lines, and so we just have these little flaps here. I'm going to put glue all through there, and then we're going to attach this one to this one, just through this center section. So I'm just going to put some glue along here. And down here. Alright, and then we're just going to go for it with the glue. So I think these would make really fabulous little gifts. Alright, there's no difference between front and back. Then I've only got the glue in the center, but I'm going to line it up along the edges because that just makes it easier. And of course they're not going to glue down because we don't have any glue there. But if that's lined up along there and there, then we should be lined up everywhere. So then I'm going to give that a really good press along here. And the important part is to make sure that it's really well attached along here, especially if you have, like I've done, and sewn along there. You just need to give that section where those stitches are a really good bit of attention. Make sure that they're really stuck to themselves. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a really good press, and I want to make sure that these little guys here aren't stuck together, so that's good. And that one, that's good too. Okay, giving it a good press. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to make sure that it's sealed up at the top here, or the bottom, and this side as well. Okay, so at the moment there's no top or bottom, front or back, it doesn't matter. But what we can do now is attach our two covers here to our book. So this is going to be my front cover. This is where I'm going to put this front one. I think I want to put that like that. Actually, I feel like it might go that way. So all I'm going to do is just slot that in here and close that up like that, and just making sure that it fits nicely. And that's what our front cover will look like. So we can just put some glue on this back little flip here. What would you call it? I don't even know. You know, when I haven't done a video for a while, I have no idea how I used to do them all the time. But you get out of rhythm really quickly. And before you know it, it's just really weird talking to yourself again. So I'm just going to put that in here and just slide it up a fraction. Give that a press. I'm just going to flip it over. So here's the inside. I'm just making sure there's no glue oozing out and that it's stuck down nicely. And then we can stick this little flip down on top so it's being held from both sides. I'm putting a lot of glue around this little edge section here because I've got those stitches. And I want to make sure that it sits nice and flat. Put some glue on there. Now that means that glue is going to come out. This is just a dry sort of cloth, cleaning cloth I suppose. You know, you buy them on the roll and then you can just throw them away once you've used them. So that's that side. That's my front. Get the glue off my finger. And then we're going to do the same on the back side. So this is going to be my back. So it will just slide in like that. Yes, happy with that. Put some glue on here. I'm a huge fan of these spines, these soft, squidgy, expandable spines. I love them. I love them a lot, and I love how they look. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll just flip that over and make sure that it's attached in there. Give it a press. Give it a wipe. And then we can just do this top cover here. So my cover's pretty plain at the moment. I have some ideas about maybe doing some embellishing, although, I mean, truth be told, covers and embellishing is not my strong point. Construction I'm good at, but oh my goodness. Okay, so that is the cover. And we flip it over, and then you just close it up like that, and there's our little book. Isn't it cute? I'm just going to give that a little bit of a press there. Same on the back. And there's our little book. Isn't it cute? So I was thinking about maybe putting some corners on it. Not sure yet. Anyway, as part of that, I thought I might put a couple of pockets and things in here. So for the front, I have cut out one of my, it's called a slip-in pocket. That's what I've called it this time. I'm pretty sure I called it something different last time. So it's just one of these here. And the pink piece on top is the mat that goes on top. So I've already cut that out and attached it because it's quite flimsy. And I thought it would get broken if I didn't attach it as soon as I cut it out. So I've just cut that out of coffee stain paper. And so the piece underneath I've cut out of white cardstock. And then I've attached some coffee stain paper on the top, and that's that pink mat. So that's what I'm going to use for the front, like so. And then on the back, I'm just going to use this side pocket 3. So I've already cut one out. That's my side pocket 3, and I've just inked up all my score lines. And then I've cut out a mat for that side pocket 3, and that's this one here, so I can just attach that, and I'm going to put that on the inside back cover. So now with this, I can choose to make it so that each pocket is really long. You know, so this one's just a little pocket, and then this one would be a deeper pocket, and this one would be the deepest one. I think I might do that. Okay, so I think we're just going to pop that there. There's a bit of me that's thinking I want to stitch around it, but I don't think I will. So I'm just going to run some glue all the way down each of these edges, and then I think this will be nice on the inside cover. Some little photos. And this is the kind of thing that electronic cutting machines just do so well, isn't it? Can you imagine cutting this out by hand? No way. Okay. I mean, you could. I think that's going to just go there like that. Oh, bit wonky, Katie, bit wonky. There we go. And just press it down. Wait for it to dry. And then we have got 3 little pockets there, little slip pockets. Looks pretty plain, but once we get something in there, it'll be nice. But I tend to not do that till the end. And then on the back here, I'm going to start by putting this mat on. So this is just a plain pocket, this one. Got some fancier pockets for inside. And this is this lace look paper I bought from Etsy, and I'll put the link to it. Press it down. And then I'm just going to fold over my 2 those 2 short tabs. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge of each one of those. I'll fold that long tab down. Make sure that's sitting pretty flat. And then I'm just going to make sure that I know where I want to put it. And put it about there. Okay, so then I'm just going to put some glue on here. And that will be the covers. Okay. So I'm just going to put that about here, I believe. Let's have a little look-see. There, like that. And so then we've got a little pocket in the back that we can just slip things in. Okay, so that's my cover. Nice and easy, nice and quick. You could make these really quickly. You definitely could. And we have all our pages in and the cover done. So that in the next video, I've just cut out all my pockets and little flips and things that are going to go on each one of these pages. So we'll just go through and add all the pockets and mats and things to each one of these pages in the next video. So pretty quick little video today, but I hope you come back and see me putting the pockets in, or you could always just go straight to the flip through and check out what this little guy looks like when I've finished. I really appreciate your time today. If you're interested in making the brag book yourself, you can grab these from my Etsy store, this set of SVG files, and I'll put the link in the description box, as well as all of the printable digital papers that I got from Etsy, in case you're looking for any of that. Thanks very much for joining me today, guys, and I hope to see you soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye.